Let's look at the judicial system in the United States. I won't say justice system because there is no justice. From the Supreme Court all the way down to the lowest judge, they make up their own rules as they go along. And in most cases, whatever law that the Congress and Senate has written in, they will back it 100% even though it is illegal. They are supposed to be looking at this health care bill. Well, it ain't going to be any different than what the people in the Congress and Senate voted to have it passed. The Supreme Court's going to come out and say that it is a legal bill. And that's going to be the end of that. To say there's justice, a long time ago, there was a man that was tried 3 times for the same crime. Even though the justice system says that he had 3 different trials: a criminal, a civil suit, and a custody. The man I'm talking about is O.J. Simpson. He was supposed to have come home and found his wife with her boyfriend in the house. No, not in bed, but in the house. And he was supposed to have went into a rage and stabbed and killed both of them. He went to trial, and it was a lengthy trial because he was such an important person that they just made a soap opera out of it, filmed it while it was being done and everything. But in the end, O.J. walked away from the trial not guilty. Well, in my way of thinking, the civil suit and the custody suit should have been knocked out right there. But no, they let the parents of the guy sue O.J. for a wrongful death. Well, how can he be charged with a wrongful death when he walked away from a murder trial not guilty? They took everything that he had of value. And again, of course, my thinking isn't the way everybody else does, but I think that the jury that found for the guy's mother and father, the judge, they should all have to pay O.J. Simpson back every penny that he had to give them. And the parents of this guy even got it to where any money that he made in that state would go to them. He had to leave that state in order to make any kind of money. He went to the 3rd trial, which was a custody hearing. And this one should not have been in court because, again, he was found not guilty in the murder trial. So if his kids wanted to go home with him, that should have been the end of it. They should have went home. Well, the judge ruled in his favor, and he took his kids home. Well, this judge got fired. Now, you tell me where the justice is. There is none. These judges, they make up their rules, not laws. They make up their rules as they go along. And it's going to be their way. I have about 4 more cases that should, to my way of thinking, never have gotten into court. And the first one is a man out in California got out of his car. When he closed the door on his hand. It didn't break the skin, it didn't break the bones. But yet, he got a lawyer and sued his own insurance company and got $2.5 million. For what? This is why I say that there is no justice. Another case, there was a concert in New York City. There were several people got together and flew to New York City. I don't know where they flew from, but anyway, they wound up in New York City. They got a cab and started to their hotel. En route, they had a minor accident. The people were not seriously hurt, bumps and bruises, that's about all. But they got a lawyer, and they sued the promoter of this concert. And every one of them walked away with big money. My question is, how and why did this get into court? This promoter did not buy their tickets to fly out there and fly back home. He didn't pay for their hotel. He didn't give them free passes. So why is he being sued and had to pay big dollars to these people? There's no justice. Another one, there was a man that went to court. He had a bad breathing problem, emphysema, I don't know what all, but he was so bad about breathing that he was brought into the court in a wheelchair. Again, this case should have never gotten into court. And he sued a tobacco company for his breathing. And he won big bucks. Now, again, when he started smoking, he knew what everyone said would happen if you smoked. And he went into it with his eyes wide open and got sick. But was there a person there from the tobacco company with a gun holding it to his head and telling him he needs to buy another pack of cigarettes or he needs to smoke another cigarette? No. So how is it the tobacco company's fault? Why are they responsible for his health condition? Totally his.